Returning after a year-long hiatus, Speedball Mike Bailey here to welcome you to WrestleCast Radio.
Hey, this is Joe Doring. I'm here at world-famous Corgan Hall.
What's going on? It's Sammy Guevara, the best ever.
Hi everyone, this is William Hung from American Idol, and you're listening to the WrestleCast Radio.
Hello there, this is the aerial assassin Will Ospreay coming from you live from the Tokyo Dome in Japan, and you are listening to WrestleCast Radio.
Digital Media Champion Joe Hendry here.
Hey, what's up guys from WrestleCast Radio? This is Humberto Carrillo.
This is Flip Gordon.
Hey, hello to all my friends of WrestleCast Radio.
This is Austin Theory, and you're listening to WrestleCast Radio all day.
Greetings and salutations to all the listeners of WrestleCast Radio. This is the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
What's going on? This is the man of the hour, Leo Rush. And you are officially listening to WrestleCast Radio.
With your boy, Tuco Scorpio. Getting ready to open up this show live, right here on the WrestleCast Radio.
What's good? It's your boy, the coach from the WWE. There's a lot of wrestling shows out there. There's a lot of talking heads out there. But nobody says more with less than WrestleCast Radio. You may not always agree with what they say. You might not always agree with what they do. But the one thing you will do is listen. WrestleCast Radio is on the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 246 on the WrestleCast. This is one of the abridged versions because there wasn't a ton, but my God, there's something that we love that we are excited is back in our lives. Alex, how are we doing?
And that's NBA Jam.
Yeah, baby.
That's NBA Jam on Fire Edition.
That's a segue, baby, or a lead-in or whatever.
Check us out on the Xbox servers on the WrestleCast Radio.
You know,
NBA Jam.
We were
on
going to
Fire
try to
Edition.
Twitch this for you guys too, but then we found out that they took the servers down because the game's 14 years
Why?
old.
Why? Yeah, but this game is one of the most popular games of all time.
Yeah, I agree. I was so...
It created Rock and Jock.
There's the Rib Rockers and the Bricklayers or whatever. When you said I'm playing NBA Jam, I'd like, wait, what? And then when I booted up, I was like, oh my God, I forgot it was a 360 game. And then I still had it installed somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how it's installed. It's the magic of the devil, whatever that is.
I thought it was meant to be that we were going to be doing a King of Gate, Full Gear, and Ryan Recommends abridged hour version of the show while playing NBA Jam for the viewers.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. Not even for the viewers, for us, Ryan. For us. That's the important thing. Speaking of for us and the wonderful fans of Puro and, of course, Tokyo and the Tokyo Dome, it is official, Ryan. Wrestle Kingdom 20. Tanahashi versus Kazuchika Okada. Sorry, I should say Mr. President Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace, versus the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, sold out. They're looking to add more seating. What are your thoughts? My God, was I wrong? I don't know if him and Takeshi, I was like, they'll move an extra 10,000 tickets. They sold this bitch out on Okada. What would they have done with Shinsuke Nakamura? We may never know. But Ryan, your thoughts?
I mean, it's like I said, it's the most can't miss thing in the world that you couldn't have screwed up. It's not tripping over your own feet when it's right there in front of you. It's not, it's like not doing Ray and Dom at Survivor Series when it's right in front of your feet. Oh wait,
yeah, exactly.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Whoops. Sorry, but no.
A week before the Cena thing, that was the surefire plan.
Mm-hmm. And let's burn his last 3 matches with the same guy again too. No offense to him, but I mean, it's Okada Tanahashi. It's like I said last week. It's the greatest rivalry, in my opinion, in the history of professional wrestling. And and I brought this up to Brian today when he was over, frequent listener of the show. He loves it because it's just those two continuing the evolution of their feud after I told him about the AEW comments he made during the press conference. He was like, it's perfect. It's just him continuing to grow the feud even more. Now, they're finding another way to make a feud out of just a retirement match. Like, it's just another wrinkle in the cap of what these two are doing, because now it's this asshole coming in here who's like, low blow him, roll him up, send everyone home crying. Like, no, screw you.
And it continues the feud also with, Konosuke Takeshita, which is kind of a weird but fun thing, as we'll get into our full gear preview coming soon, or coming up here. But yeah, I mean, it was the inevitable, like you said. How big of a role do you think Geto played in setting this all up, or do you think this is more Tanahashi than Geto?
I think when he was randomly there working that one-off show,
last year?
Yeah, or no, like a few months
this
ago.
year?
Yeah, when he just randomly on that one-off show. I think they
Yeah.
sat down and he's like, hey, let's just, you cool if can we use Kazuchika on the 4th? Do you have him booked? And he's like, no. And he probably was like, nope, he doesn't have to work Collision. Go ahead and put him on the Dome. Great, I'm going to work him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I might need him for that Collision. Yeah.
Yeah, I literally think it was that simple and that easy. I don't think there was a lot to it. And I do think there is a slight opportunity that we may get Nakamura still at Budokan for the New Year's show. Because they're I had this written down. Let me pause.
I mean, like I said last week, it was like the loophole with Noah and WWE with their relationship. That's perfect for Tanahashi to get what he wanted with that, just to share a ring again with Nakamura.
And you could do it as a tag, you could do it as a single, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
At 3:30, so 6.5 hours from now, is the Noah crossover 2025 show from the Sendai Sun Plaza in Miyagi. It's got Inamura defends the title as V1 against Kaito Kiyomiya tonight.
Oh, Jesus, already?
We have Hayata and Kai Fujimura, and then Hiromu and Tadasuke early in the night, and then the semi-main is the finals of the Grand Prix tonight. Also, Hank and Tank versus Kitamiya and Sugera rematches tonight.
Ooh, okay. I'm down with that.
The High 69 comeback match, so he's back to his old gimmicks from when he joined Congo. So that's going to be on the show tonight. And then we get an awesome little 10-man to open. Daga, Daiki, Odashima, Ninja Mac, Alejandro, and Amakusa against Eita, Shuji Kondo, Yuto Kikuchi, Jun Masaoka, and Blackman Sore. And then the other one is that High 69, Muhammad Yone, Atsushi Katoge, and Hajime Ohara against Naomichi Marufuji, Keno, Jack Morris, and Junta Miyawaki. So a really little fun show. I mean, 8 matches, probably going to be in and out in under 3 hours. I may stay up and watch this tonight because I feel like this could be the build to New Year's. And if it's the build to New Year's, then maybe during the intermission, there's a video or something.
What's weird to me too, Ryan, is how intrigued I am to see how Tadasuke and Hiromu Takahashi mesh. I think they can mesh really well, but I think Hiromu will get really annoyed really fast and kind of go into like a 2016 Hiromu Takahashi mode, I hope, and just beat the living hell out of Tadasuke. Because he's going to be like, he just wants to slap that smile off his face. So I mean, that big grin of his, it's just a slappable face, or punchable face.
Hell
but,
yeah, it is.
But yeah, no, honestly, that does actually seem like a good show. Hopefully, they right the wrongs of the NXT Noah or Noah XT.
Oh,
is that what
man.
we call it?
Yeah, like I said, I had no issues with the matches, but just the presentation was like, this is not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like you said, it was the best match of the night, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh no!"
And and like I've heard a lot of people that don't like it. I've heard some pushback, and I totally understand why. But I think I just was expecting a 1-star special because it's those guys and they're dog shit in NXT, and I was surprised by what I saw. So I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I do find as I'm kind of clicking in and out of these shows here as they're scrolling on Wrestle Universe, I'm looking at there's a match I'm going to recommend to you later from the Sendai Girls show on the 16th of November, a few days ago at Korakuen. And then the next night, Marigold ran Korakuen. And the Sendai Girls show is like standing room only full. Like the standing room has probably got 30 people up there. I don't know I should actually find the number on Cage Match. And then the Marigold show the next night looks like fucking Gleet.
Ooh, oh boy. Buff Bagwell was in a G1?
Yeah, I think like in like 91 or something.
What's more perplexing, me finding out just now in 2025 that Buff Bagwell was in a early beginning G1. They're like, you know who we need? Marcus Bagwell. Not even Buff the Stuff yet. If it truly was 1991, I don't even know if he was an American male at this point yet, or that song is tight. Oh, WCW themes. Or the fact that I don't know.
I'll never forget that the American Male song. He's like, make sure to call me if you need an undercover lover. And then he goes, oh, American Male. I'm like, oh, an undercover lover. Yeah, Marigold drew 785 to Korakuen.
Oh boy! Wow, Sendai Girls are really popping off. That's
I think too. Awesome. It was the Chihiro Hashimoto 10th anniversary, and fun fact: the recommendation was her and Sari in the main event. With Sari going, I am not going to let Saya Kamitani pull this year away from me, especially after what I saw her do with Yujiro. Because God, when I said the only person that could make Will Ospreay have a notebook match like 3 years ago was Fale. Well, I tell you, Yujiro was the same thing to Ospreay with Fale was with Saya Kamitani.
Explain this New Japan produce-esque type show, the Ministry of Darkness or whatever the gimmick is.
Yeah, let me see. So
the Wyatt Darkness.
So
Darkness 6.
1481 at Korakuen for the New Japan Pro Wrestling Purge Night of Torture show. So we had Hip Togo, which defeated Dick Togo. Hip Togo was Taguchi, and he just wore gold pants.
It's pretty funny, actually. I can get down with that.
So it's Hip Togo with Milano Collection AT defeated Dick Togo, who was managed by Sonata Collection SS. And the match ended in a fucking countout. So, whatever. Evil then defeats Shun Skywalker. They were having a pretty good match, and then he goes for SSW about the 10-minute mark, and Evil, the lights go out and the crowd starts going, darkness! And then it comes back up and Evil low blows him, rips his mask off. Shun has to cover his face, and then he gives him everything as Evil and wins the match.
I mean, kind of a cool finish, but I mean, for this to be a House of Torture type show, and then, you just started off with Evil, essentially. It's kind of interesting. And Shun, just for that. Do you think Skywalker had to get to, a King of Gate show?
He's like, I got double duty, brother. I still got to get to, I got to get over to Shinkiba by 2. And I'll say this, like, for the fairness of the show, I went into this knowing exactly what the fuck it was. So it wasn't like, it wasn't good, but I wasn't upset by it like when I watch a normal New Japan show, because everybody knew there was going to be nothing but shenanigans, and that's the point of it.
Exactly.
It's like when you can watch a DDT and you can just accept what you're going to see, and then it's enjoyable. This didn't have the wrestling ability of that, and we'll find that out with our next match, which is crazy knowing the guys in it. But
what's terrifying though is Shun and Evil, Shun Skywalker at the end of the match, kind of, talking to Evil and basically saying, hey, no bad blood. I think we should join up. Then they shake hands, and then me on my couch am very confused and not cool with this. What do you think of this possible connection? And will we get Shun Skywalker in a possible New Japan Cup or later in the year in 2026 a G1 possibly?
Oh man, they should have did Evil and Shoot in World Tag League.
That would have. What do we get? Evil and Dick to go? Come on.
Yeah, so Dick can take the fall. Look, Dragon Gate does not give a shit if their guys don't lose on their show, so Shun could have taken all the falls and it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't give a fuck. I think this could open the door for something like Evil maybe doing Final Gate.
Ooh,
In
okay.
like you could do like Yoshiki Kato, Gianni Valletta, El Cielo, Shun Skywalker, and Evil against like 5 members of Gajadokuro. And do a big 10-man blowout, like 10-man type.
Yeah. No, fucking do it in the cage. Let's do
That'd
a
be
Dead or
tight.
Alive style.
Yeah. And then if Evil
Raise
lose,
those and then that's how House of Torture disbands those somehow.
because they lose and that's their punishment.
Yeah.
And then they find
And
out
then
it was all a
finally-
rib.
Like, no, we're back.
But wasn't back as this match is getting a 3.6 on Cage Match, which is about a 1 3/4. And it's going to
Oh
be
boy.
the team of Chase Owens and his cowboy music gimmick, Don Fale and Yoshinobu Kanemaru defeat Ikuto Hidaka, Masato Tanaka, and Taichi in 9 minutes.
No.
This match sucked. It was not good. And then because he's so amazing, we get him again. Dick Togo and Ren Narita defeat Hanzo and the Great Sasuke.
Oh, okay.
It was
How was Sasuke?
It was cool, and then then the stuff happens, and then you just fast forward, and then it's over.
Was there really shenanigans in every match, even though
before, during, after, I mean, you name it, there's shit going on. Then we had Dukai, so Duki, Sonata, and Sho defeated Akito, Yuki Ueno, and Kaisei Takechi by referee decision. It was a stoppage on Takechi getting taken out. But Yuki Ueno's out there wearing long boys. I was so confused because he didn't have little booty shorts on like Dragon Lee. And then they're just jobbing, and I was like, well, that sucked. So whatever, it was a fine match until the normal. And then we get Sai Kamitani versus Yujiro Takahashi. The match starts, and during her entrance, she charges the ring, and Kamitani, Rina, Ruaka, Netsuka Toro, and Konami just charge Yujiro and just do the House of Torture to him and beat the piss out of him. And Konami's spray painting black spray paint in Yujiro's face. And
oh, really?
They're just beating the shit out of him. So then all of House of Torture come out, and then they start beating the shit out of Hate. So like Chase Owens is like shotgunning Natsuko Toro into the guardrails and shit. Like they're just beating the crap out of him.
Oh wow!
And then like Yujiro goes for the Pimp Juice, which is the Fisherman Buster. Hardly gets Saya Kamitani up and over. So that got me a little nervous. And then like something else happened with more. And then like a box came in. There was like one of those boxes they always hit each other with. And then there was like a double down, and then the referee just went out and rang the bell and said, "No contest. This is over. This is too much chaos," and that's how it ended.
Oof! I mean, it doesn't hurt anyone, but the viewers, apparently. But the viewers.
And then since I fast forward a little bit, I don't understand. We suddenly got to Evil versus Yujiro Takahashi, which ended in a double KO via double dick kick, if I remember right. And that match was 5 minutes long.
Double dick. People paid for this, like to be there as well as to watch it on New Japan World.
Yeah, twice as many
That's
people
a
as
crime.
Marigold went to this show.
Oh boy!
But once again, if you went to this show, I think you had to be a House of Torture perv.
To be fair, though, I wore my evil, original Bullet Club, the darkness, the smoky one. Like I've been wearing it to the gym lately. And I'm like, oh, that's a pretty cool shirt. I remember when this pre-House of Torture stuff was actually pretty cool. And, oh boy!
But that's the only thing.
I can't.
I think if you went to that show live, and you're like, if I went and I left mad about House of Torture shenanigans, that's on me for going to their produce show.
Yeah, Honestly, I would go just to watch Milano's facial expressions when Evil comes
Oh. Speaking of facial expressions, tonight at 11, we're going to start it because I told Nate I'd wait for him. Main event, Gabe Kidd, Yota Tsuji versus Drilla and Shingo tonight.
Wow.
And
For
then
what show?
That's Tag League.
Tag League.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tag League, yeah.
Yeah, it's Owens and Yujo against Fale and Evil. Bolton Oleg Toro Yano against Desperado and Shuji Ishikawa. And then, which still blows my mind.
So random. Yeah, it's so random. I love it. I love it.
I stuttered because I had to make sure I was like, is that really who I'm? Because I can't read the letters, but I can see the faces, and I'm like, I must be fucked up still. No, that's them. And then Yoshihashi Hiroki Goto against Taichi and Satoshi Kojima. And then tomorrow night, on the morning of the 22nd, it's Zayn and Archer against Sonata and Narita. Oiwa, Zack Sabre against Newman Okan. ELP and Tanahashi against Yuya Uemura, Shota Umino. And then Hiromu and Finlay against the Knockout Bros. So
wow, that's the fucking opening match?
That's
wow.
That's the B block opening night.
I don't care about the night, but that Cold as Ice and Hiromu and Finlay, that's another team where you're just scratching your head with intrigue and hope it's a good mashup. Again, the teams are very...
Man. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, no. Alrighty, and that was Wrestle Kingdom selling out. Way to go.
It's still nothing new. We saw the same thing. Ishimori, Desperado, Showa, and Fujita, IWGP Junior Heavyweight title, number one contendership. Evil versus Aaron Wolf for the Never. Shiori and Sai Kamitani, IWGP New Japan Strong Unification. Tanahashi Okada, which is so cool to see on a marquee right in front of my face. And then Takeshita Yota Tsuji, title for title, World Heavyweight, Global Heavyweight. So still the same card, but I mean, this is, if you get rid of the junior match, because I don't really care about that, the intrigue of the Never match, plus I don't think there's any way that Takeshita Tsuji can't put on a 5-star match. I don't think there's any way they can't. If it doesn't, then they've failed.
If Aaron Wolf somehow shits the bed, what does that mean for the event overall? Because I mean, isn't like that's one of the big stories going in, coming out? Like a lot of it rests on his shoulders, right?
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like the intrigue is there because if you look at the two unification matches, Syuri Saya Kamitani and Takeshita Yota Tsuji, I have no doubt that those two can have match of the years on this show. Like if I missed the show and I went, hey, what did you give them? And they went, I went 5-star on both. I would go, oh, that makes sense. Like I wouldn't question whatsoever. So this is the first year in I don't know how long, 3 years maybe, 2022, where we can comfortably say that we're going to be coming out of the dome with 2 match of the year contenders right off the bat, which we haven't been able to say in ages. I mean, do you any disagreeing on those two being able to say that this is that we're going to watch the best match of the year? You know, like
it's been a long time. Well, no, not really. I guess. I mean, each year pretty much has that, but yeah, 2-3 possible contenders.
Yeah,
that's,
like we haven't.
It's been a while.
Like we had Osprey, Gabe Kidd, where we knew that was going to be great, but like we didn't, But then we also were like, well, but then we also have Umino in the main event, So it's like. Syuri Saya Kamitani, Takeshita Tsuji, I think are locks to be great. We know. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. And it was I was going to say, and we didn't want them to fail, especially Umino in that spot.
Correct.
Since we've been watching him since he was a young boy, young lion. So like it was more of okay. Did they wait too long? Does he have it? And whatever we saw, which was an okay match, but just not a dome main event, unfortunately. But yeah, this just has a tremendous upside, going into a new era, where Tanahashi, I mean, he's been president for a year or two now, but like where he has full control, and it'll be interesting with his partnership with Gato.
Yep. Agreed. Tanahashi Okada, regardless of what it is, it's going to be great because of the spectacle of what they're going to make it. And then, like I said, with the intrigue of Evil Aaron Wolf, which you brought up, will he fail? Will he not? I haven't had this much excitement for the final 4 matches on a Wrestle Kingdom. I don't even know if I can tell you when.
Like 16, maybe?
Yeah, like, because I don't even.
I mean, you remember when Tanahashi faced Jericho at a Wrestle Kingdom?
Yeah. That was the one before I went. Wrestle Kingdom 18, Tanahashi beat Zack Sabre for the TV title. What was 18? 18 had Okada Danielson. Okay. I forgot about that. And then Finley, Moxley, Ospreay, Despy, Hiromu, and then Naito and Sonata, which was kind of Yeah, I mean, so like we had the Okada Danielson, but like those other matches, like I don't even remember if Finley, Moxley, Ospreay was it good. I'm sure it was.
Yeah, it was an okay match, but that's nothing where we're like, oh yeah, you remember this?
I remember I liked Uemura and Yota Tsuji. I remember I liked that. Tamatanga and Shingo got a really good rating. Hey, so it's pretty cool show. Then you look at 17 had that was Okada Jay White. I don't even remember if that was that good. That had Omega Ospreay. That was what was the good one that year. Okay, I forgot about that. And then that had that weird Tana, Muto, and Umino against Bushi, Sonata, and Naito match. And then Carl Anderson, when he was a WWE employee, worked it. Yeah, and then what was this? 2022 was Naito, Jeff Cobb, Tanahashi, Kenta, Sonata, Great Okan. Like these aren't fucking. It had Okada Ospreay, which is really good, but yeah, I mean Minoru Suzuki, Chase Owens, Shima, and Toru Yano. Yeah. I don't know. It just wasn't. I mean, even
well, that was 2 nights too. I forgot they did 2 nights of these
because it was Okada Shingo the night before, and I remember it was really good, but it like remember at the end of it, it was like that wasn't a 5-star like
they just thought. Those guys just never had chemistry, and they only fought like a handful of times, but we were always just like their chemistry was just always off for some reason. They just couldn't work together.
So 2021 might be the last double big match where it was good because that was Okada Ospreay and then Ibushi Naito.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of where it was those 2 matches.
Yeah, so because then COVID was the Jericho Tana, and then that was the Naito Okada finally the payoff, and then it had that really slow Jay White Ibushi match, and then it had that good Moxley Juice match. I remember that, and then Goto Kenta. Yeah, I mean, 2021's the last time I've been this excited for a Wrestle Kingdom. I'm really excited for this show, man. I know I backed this company through the G1 and shit, but I'm really looking forward to this this Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. I don't know. It's gonna be a fun show. It's been a while since we've been excited for a Wrestle Kingdom or even myself. But New Japan has been, doing pretty good stuff, for the last 2-3 months. Riding the ship, I don't know, but they're veering into that territory. So, we don't want them to fail again with this tag league. Hopefully these matches are watchable, unlike the last 7 years of tag leagues. I don't even think we watched the last 2. So yeah, go New Japan.
Sorry, I didn't mean to start a show, and all of a sudden, like, it started playing, and they were ringing the bell. I don't know if you could hear that. I was like, oh no.
Oh no, I didn't hear that.
Okay, good. I was like, shit. Yeah, I'm, obviously, I'm, very skeptical with it too. So, but I'm into it, man. I think they got an opportunity to really make this count, and I want to see it happen. And I have a really good idea with what I want to see. And I don't know if they're going to do it, but I was thinking about this. I want Gabe Kidd and Shingo, or Gabe Kidd, Shingo and Drilla to win the tag league.
Okay. I mean,
and
fucking
then,
two hard-hitting teams going at it.
Yeah, them and then the Knockout Bros.
It'll be like if a God and the Machine Guns was like watchable. Or it's just like two big ass teams and they just beat the shit out of each other. Like that's all that match is gonna be.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. I think this Suji Gabe Kid team is gonna be really fun. So real quick before we go to AEW, unless you have any more on New Japan you want to go through.
No.
As I mentioned on the 16th, Chihiro Hashimoto Sunday Girls show, Chihiro Hashimoto Sari, and then the Takumi Iroha Veni versus Miyuka Takase and Miko Iwata are the my two recs for you, Alex, for that show. So not too much. The other thing that I'm really excited about, if you remember, I had said, I think I said this, I don't think I said it on the air, but I had said somebody in through email sent me all 9 of those 01 shows that made tape of matches.
Yes.
And I was like, I want to really start rewatching 01. I would love to get back into it if they could figure it out. And then 9 matches made tape this whole year. I was going through that rewatch. I looked on Wrestle Universe today, and there was a big Kaito Kiyomiya and the new Hayabusa match that was going to be happening.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
For the first time since July 11th of 2024, from July 10th, 2025, from Korakuen Hall, New 01 is on Wrestle Universe with an actual fucking show. So after
how did they? How?
So
How did they get the license?
So they were doing this thing called Real 01, which was like the abridged version of 01 on Wrestle Universe, and then that basically just went into hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
And they decided it looks like whatever reason that they're going to keep doing 01, and this whole brand new 01, the reboot, it's going to be part of the whole Wrestle Universe package.
Wow, that's good news. That's great news for you.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's one where obviously, like, I wouldn't expect a whole show or anything, but if you have any time, the show that just happened, it's called 01 Reborn First Advance to the Holy Land. Remember how I told you they were drawing 14 fans and shit like that?
Mm-hmm.
They worked. This was at Korakuen. 1,245 fans for this show.
Wow. What's the main event?
Kaito Kiyomiya versus Hayabusa 1v1.
Oh, it's that one. Okay. Oh, so that's okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just making sure that is this one. Yep. So it's got the Hayabusa Kiyomiya single. It's got 01 World Heavyweight title, the vacant match from after they got the title back from Shiozaki. Maybe that's part of it too, is because they're going to be on the network with them. So it's Atsushi Katoge who came out and said, I'll represent Noah. It's him versus Masato Tanaka. Mohamed Yone, also from Noah, against Junya Matsunaga, a guy I'm not really familiar with. Mama Sasaki against Sugutaka Sato. Makia Sasaki and Ikemen versus Takuya Sugawara. He's one of the Tokyo Bad Boys with SBK. I believe.
Awesome.
I thought he was. Shit, maybe I'm confusing him with somebody else. I am.
Whoa,
I just lied.
that's discrimination.
Takumi Fujiwara is the one with SBK. Sorry. Takuya Sugawara is the guy who always wins the Fire Festival. That's why I remembered him. He's the only thing I remember from 01. It's always him or Chris Weiss that wins it. But anyway, him and Kid Bandit. So I got that on there. Hikaru Shida is working the show against Yuki Masahiro. And then the opener is, ironically, Chris Weiss and Violento Jack, who we've seen a Game Changer, against Yasu Kubota and Yuki Toki. So I looked at it. It's
Interesting.
it's like a 2.5 hour show. I'm guessing if you get rid of intermission, probably 2 hours without intros and shit. But yeah, I would say those main two matches, or at least the Kiyomiya Hayabusa one, I have a feeling it's going to be really good. I have a feeling this, and I hope this is what it is, and I'm going to watch this show. Maybe I'll watch this tonight while I'm waiting for Nate to do the tag league. But I'm super hyped for this fucking show, man. And I really hope it's a hit, and I hope this can be a new thing to dive into, even if it's just like a project for me. But now that I've gotten more time since I've finally kicked that WWE bucket, maybe this is the thing I can pick up now, and maybe I can just do fun like Patreon type shit on the Red Circle paywall for it or something. But or maybe you love it and this becomes our new go-to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, take that, AEW.
Yeah,
or
sorry.
MLW.
Yeah, sorry both of y'all, but yeah,
Sorry, TNA.
I love Hayabusa, and this dude did such a good job. So I just wanted to throw that out there as my two recs, the Senda Girl main two matches, and then obviously the main event from this show. But as we begin to wrap this up, we have a pay-per-view.
Oh, wait, no, we got King of Gates, sir.
Oh, my Lord, we didn't do King of Gate. We started and left it. Yes. I'm
First
sorry.
round, essentially we have to finish out the Block A, and then we got Block B.
Let me get caught up here. Fuck. Our great New Japan talk totally made me forget about it. I'm sorry. Well, you went Wrestle Kingdom, and I got really excited.
I know, no, it's because it's an exciting time. But yeah, no, I swerved you on that one, good sir. But King of Gates, do you have the show, essentially night 2? Do you have those cards? Because my notes disappeared from my phone.
Yep,
Okay.
I have every single thing. So night 2 was the last of the 4-match one, and then the next 4 nights are just doubles.
Because we talked a little Diarrhea. Yep.
We talked that. And that was the only thing I had seen. So I texted you this. I said, I love babyface, but heel Gianni Valletta.
You've been throwing me off with the baby face, which I agree. They're supposed to be pseudo faces, but yeah, he's always heel Valletta for me, man. He's grimy as hell, and like I said, the knee to the gullets. Oh,
the only reason I call him baby but heel is he's always smiling now.
True. He's having fun. He's having fun, just beating up, Dragon Kid. It's
Dragon
great.
Kids, and they're just bumping for him. Dude, that match was awesome. This tournament has been a breeze.
Breezy, it's fun. A lot of vets versus, I don't want to say rookies, young boys, because a lot of them have been wrestling for 5-6 years, kind of in the Dragon Gate system, which I guess is still young, considered, a rookie per se. But a lot of these matches and kind of to see two vets of Valletta and Kid go at it was kind of a throwback, match, a non-Dragon Gate match, if you will. So it was kind of fun to kind of see these contrasts. And Kid just, we say it every time, especially since his injury last year, where he just has the fountain of youth, man. He's just working everything. Great, fantastic shape, and yeah, just a fun battle with, again, Valletta advancing to the second round.
I will say the next 2 matches, I double dipped Notebook on both of these. These were fucking great. Strong Machine El Cielo, 4 stars for me. Cielo with a Cyclone Tombstone. I want to know who this is, because this dude ain't just some. I'm telling you, man. I really think it's either TN Revolucion or it's Yuma Anzai. I really, because I just can't think of anybody else who has that build.
The Tombstone was menacing to finish off the match. Cielo, it was like a running, hopping Tombstone in a way. I was just like, what did I just witness? I'm not sure. It's kind of fun. It's like the Banksy of Puro, if you will. Who's under the mask? Who's El Cielo? But whomever it is, they are putting in pretty good impressions on you and that.
It's like when Yoshioko's Dia Inferno.
Dia Inferno, yeah.
And everyone was like, "What the fuck?" And
Is Strong Machine Jay, sorry, really
No,
quick,
you're good.
is he still the leader of Natural Vibes?
I believe so. Yes, I believe
Okay,
he's still
just
the
wanted to-
appointed leader. You know what? I
Perfect.
want to say this about Strong Machine Jay. Watching how fluid everything he does, he is becoming one of the better technical wrestlers I think in the world.
After that first year in DDT, right?
No,
Yeah.
I think he did some in DDT, and then they were doing the whole strongman trios because it was like Strong Machine F, which was Don
F.
Fuji, and then it was
Yeah.
like K, and it was Yasushi Kanda or some shit.
Yeah, because then he just popped up over to Dragon Gate, and ever since then, like you said, just more fluid. It seemed like his more, just a better fit, obviously, but when he started breakdancing with Natty Vibes like years ago, it just won me over. And the wrestling style, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, he's a former, Open the Brave Gate champion. He has proven himself time and time again, whether it's the tags, trios, but yeah, like you said, his technical prowess
He's so fluid.
has just improved so well. Yes, he's just a wonder to watch. So I was a little shocked, but I understand why Cielo got that victory.
You know what it reminds me of? Now, the wrestling style is not going to be nearly the same because he's so much faster and quicker. But to give a nod to the WWE after I shit on it for no reason, they caught a stray, and I apologize. Back when I was a fan of them, when they were really doing good wrestling shit, I thought like 15, 20 years ago.
Okay.
I'm not saying like it all wasn't like that, but like back when like everything was hitting, like everything was good, and you could tell all these guys were trying as hard as they can to compete against themselves to get higher on the card.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember at one point when I said Randy Orton has no wasted movement?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
That's what Strong Machine Jay reminded me of in this match. Nothing he did didn't have a reason for it. It was like watching a Lance Storm match. It was just, I was like, God, man, I didn't realize how good he got.
He was the veteran of the match, if that makes sense. Like he was the one leading it, where it showed his, just his maturation, in the squared circle within his company to be a big player. Maybe he represents Japan in the Olympics in breakdancing.
That'd be tight.
As long as he doesn't go against Australia. What was it, Laser Blazer?
Laser Blazer. He'll give her the Ocean Cyclone suplex. I love you. Not to cut you off, but I want to jump on that. I love you bringing up that Strong Machine Jay basically took that role and was like, well, we'll just get, I'll take care of this. I was watching this Elix Skipper Shoot interview a couple days ago. I think I actually sent you the clip on YouTube or on Facebook. I don't know if you watched it, but he was talking about how he got called up to Saturday night and he was working Billy Kidman. He's like, Billy Kidman, that guy was the champion. He was incredible. And he's like, I was terrified. And he walked up and he shook his hand and everything and, blah, blah, blah. And Kidman was like, you all right? He's like, sorry, I'm just really nervous. It's my first time on TV. And he's like, and I want to make sure I can do everything that I can for you to make, help you, getting over and everything. And Kidman's like, don't even worry about it, brother. He goes, I'm already over. Now let's get you over instead. And he goes,
that's awesome.
Yeah. And he goes, I'll take care of the rest. He goes, don't worry. I'm already over. I don't need to get over. We need you to get over in this match. That's what, when you said that, that's what this reminded me of. Like, you right now need to get over. And once again, that's why Billy Kidman, I say this about all these guys, but that's why that guy still has a job. Love him or hate him, he understands the business. It's not real life.
Who the hell could hate Billy Kidman? Come on. Besides maybe Tori Wilson.
Or Chavo for getting kneed in the face.
Or Chavo. Yeah, that's true.
But when you mentioned Strong Machine Jay, like you're like, he just took the match. It looked like it reminded me of that. Like, you're the one that needs to get over right now. I'm already over. I don't need to. They can heat me up whenever they need to, like a guy like Ben K.
Oh,
I'm gonna get you the fuck over now for the next round.
Well, what you just said too, they can heat me up whenever. That's Natural Vibes in a nutshell.
That's why they're one of the greatest factions of all time. I think.
Win or lose, you're just gonna dance. You're gonna feel good at the end of it all.
I had somebody on, it might have been on the Discord. I can't remember. And if you're listening and you asked me, I apologize because it was like a day or two ago. It was on the 17th when the Gay Nostalgia happened. I got asked what's your favorite Dragon Gate faction, and I was like, I don't know if I have a favorite, but I can tell you what I think is one of the best ones of all time because they can get over and it never is a problem, and they're gonna have the biggest longevity ever. It's Natural Vibes.
Whoa!
Because they're always going to be over. You can use them to heat a team up. You can use them when you need to cool somebody down. You can have them win. You can have them lose, and they're always around. And it's the one where you're not like, all right, how long is this faction going to be here?
Oh, 1,000%. Like KZ, as much as we love him, I just feel so awful that, he gets a title match. You're like, is this his time? And it just never happens. And it's like not even the Naito effect anymore, where it's just like if he wins it, yeah, it'll be a good pop. But it's just like we've been hurt so many times or the bridges have been burned. But it's like he's a guy where he doesn't need a championship. Like that's the crazy thing. And then as we find out later in this, in the B block here, you have guys like Genki, a former Natty Vibe member, just still showing that he can go, still go and with the best of them, and he literally does. But yeah, it's just crazy how that is an untouchable group that. I mean, hasn't really slid too many people, in and out, especially out. So it's definitely something special. But RED is my answer.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite. RED or like maybe like Blood Warriors or Blood Generation back in the. No, I was a big Kamikaze guy too.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I found my Kamikaze shirt from the Dragon Gate USA show.
Hell yeah, that fucks so hard. Yeah, so I thought you made such a great point with that Star Machine J thing. It made me think of that.
Yeah.
And then with Prima match,
the heartbreaker.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say to you, I think Hyo's gonna win this whole tournament, man. And then two Ragnaroks later, Yamato was like, "Don't forget who I am. I'm still here." Alex, what did you think?
This is the same. This is kind of the same thing though, where. Yamato's obviously the veteran, but he was relying more on with the storytelling, with the action in the ring, from the crowd reaction. Like you could tell Yamato was saying, okay, kid, this is your turn. This is the main event of the end of the A block. Let's run it. And they ran it. Like you said, match of the, the first round. You could definitely say that. And I thought these two, Yamato again just brushing him off per se, but also just the chemistry was just there.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was more of a proving ground match of like, okay, if you can go with me and if everyone can watch you go with me, the loss doesn't matter. You have the fictitious Rambo that Ryan made up a few shows ago that doesn't exist apparently. So he's not going to get a second chance. But again, tryouts for either a New Japan Cup, because why the hell not, or of course the best of the Super Juniors in 2026 to kind of get him on that bigger scale. But he shouldn't be jobbing in those when it comes down to that. Let alone Hyo's been taking L's as of late, so it'll be interesting as the leader of peace and love and peace. It's just it's just something. No, it's perfect. It's just something where it's like I don't want to say Moxley Death Riders thing per se, but like when are they going to kick him out? Because he just keeps taking these L's. So there's kind of that in the background as Ben K gets a little bit more aggressive again as we'll talk here shortly. But awesome match. Again, two Ragnaroks. You're not going to beat that, brother. You're bury himself.
Yeah, this was one of those ones where I think Hyo lost up. Like it didn't hurt him. I think if anything, this match gave him credibility because it showed he can hang with a main event.
This Magic Mike gimmick has been a godsend for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was always the pretty boy. He did that gimmick, the dashing Cody Rhodes gimmick, if you will. And then once he came into this, Magic Mike thing and bringing in Ben K and whatnot,
He's got his little tiger.
It's been fun. Yeah, the tiger.
When Jason or Ben K had the damn tiger on the rope during the match, like it was Chiv.
Yeah. I mean, Mr. Iguana doesn't have shit on Kyo, so Kyo will be fine.
Then we had kind of little house show type matches. These were perfectly fine, nothing to run home about, but they were definitely worth watching because I think for the continuity and it's dragging. Everything always is fun. KZ beats Jason Lee. I wasn't expecting that. KZ Driver.
Yeah.
I thought Jason Lee was going to win that, but once again, KZ can have win or lose, like we just got done saying. And I think this is going to sound like blasphemy, but I felt like the right guy won in the next match. Kai defeats BB Hulk.
Wonderful match.
Beats him with the Ganosuke clutch. I think Kai can just go more than he can. And last time I think Rita wrestled BB Hulk, he gave him a concussion. And I don't want Rita getting kicked in the head that hard again. So I think Kai versus Rita is a better thing.
Kai's not going to take that shit, but concussion or not, I thought BB Hulk looked great. Not great, but like better than what this guy's career was supposed to end 10 years ago, 5 years ago. But he seems energetic. He seems like he's having fun out there. He's playing to the crowd. And for him to do a lot of these offshoot, off the rope, type maneuvers with his lack of legs and knees and the movement at times, he's, kind of getting up there going at, for top rope maneuvers. But Kai, I think is just out of this world. Former champion, a couple of years ago here in Dragon Gate and the leader of many a faction. With Ishin being a wonderful disciple, as I love his admiration for Kai, kind of towards the end of this match. But no, I thought BB Hulk looked fun, or he looked good. Kai is just a genius in the ring, honestly. Very underrated, and I hope a lot of people start paying more attention to him. Going back to that first match with KZ and Jason Lee, you think Jason Lee's more muscular physique has been more of a hindrance? Or do you think something else is in the works since he's been jacked over the last year?
I think he's trying to just see what he can evolve to. Like, I was caught off guard. He wasn't wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I felt like he always has like a bodysuit.
Because he probably couldn't fit into him. He's just so yoked.
He probably, I think Jason Lee's been around long enough that I think he understands his wrestling style. And I think now he's thinking if I put on more mass, maybe I'll get a better opportunity for the Bane. I don't know.
That's true. That's what I'm thinking too.
Maybe he's
but
boys
it's been a good
Ben K now.
Yeah. Well, Ben K is more lean, muscular, but yeah, as long as he stays away from that, Mexican tainted meat.
El Kukui, one of the first question guys, beats Ryu Fuda. Awesome Spanish fly that they pulled out.
Oh, wonderful.
And that's a big boy doing that too, so kudos to him. And then one of your favorites, taking out a guy that I think is one of the best wrestlers. And I think this guy's like a top 20 wrestler in the world. Right
Upset.
Jackie Kame is incredible, and Kagetora was there for every bit of it. I thought for sure Kagetora was going to make him eat shit with a Guru Magakari or something. but JFK, man, he comes out, gets the roll up in. I went 3 3/4. I almost went notebook on it. I'm really intrigued because we're going to get Jackie Funky Kame against the guy we'll talk about in the night 6 main event in the next round. And that is going to be fucking fun. What did you think of the 2 night 4 matches?
I liked them a lot. The main event again, Kame and Kagetora. was fun because Kame starts off right away with just with the running Chuck Norris, karate drop kick, one leg into a sunset flip over the top, and Kagatora shook like it's awesome. The stable kind of comes and reassures him, says, "Hey, you got this," and he's like, "I don't know, should I go back in?" And then he dominates 99.9% of the match with thunderous lariats, whether it's standing lariats, running lariats, jogging lariats, slow motion lariats, body slams, Last of the Dragons, dick driving, the fucking Jeff Jarrett move, but revert like frontward. I couldn't think of the name when I was watching a match the other night of that maneuver. But yeah, it was just a crazy match, and then Kame, kind of finally bounces off the ropes, hits that Hurricanrana, flips over for the win, and I was shocked. I popped. I probably would have been. I understand the almost notebook aspect of it. A little bit of it dragged on. But yeah, it was all for that shocking win. But fun matches so far. Like you said, El Kukui, big man can move. Match was okay. Fuda was definitely going to be there to job, but Kai, and the opener with KZ and Jason Lee. Again, all these matches so far have been fantastic.
Yeah. So, and these are
Pleasure to watch.
And they make it easy too because they're just putting 2 matches on a night, so you can just sit there and get in and get out in 40 minutes and they're less, no problem. Night 5 on the 13th, we got Mochizuki Jr. Is defeated when he took on Yoshiki Kato.
What a stiff finish.
God, yeah. Well, I'll let Alex break that one down in a second. And then the second match on it, UT defeats Takashi Yoshida, gets him with that armbar. I thought Yoshida was going to get the win for a second, but
he should have.
UT, man.
Cyber Kong forever.
UT, Jackie Kame, these two guys are really, really starting to become two of my favorite wrestlers in the world. Yoshiki Kato, I love everything he's doing with Shun, that faction. Like I said, maybe bringing Evil for that 10-man. Excuse me, not Yoshiki Kato. That's Homari Kato. Yoshiki Kato is the Gachidokuro guy. And everything he's doing has just been great with it too. Another one of the young guys that they continue to evolve. I mean, he's got a title now. And then, UT has just been great. And so is Mochi. Good 4 matches, and they were nice and easy watches too. Takashi Yoshida, I love when he runs and hits him in the corner with the hand, but then the guy doesn't follow him and he just runs himself into the buckle.
Yeah, runs himself. UT again, getting. So this was the big theme. You have the veterans, the big muscular brutes versus the next generation in Dragon Gate here, and they were just beaten down, and Cyber Kong again. Sorry, always and forever.
Hell yeah.
Takashi has just minute 16, I think UT finally got some offense in. But yeah, like you said, it was just a lot of crowd work for Takashi, and it worked perfectly, and that's how he led that match. So the crowd, who was behind both, let's be real, but again was very satisfied with that shocking win. But a great showcase for Takashi as always. Time treated him well. We talk about Mochizuki's. We're like, God, we'd like to be him or Susumu once we're closer to that age. But man, if I could look like Cyber Kong, I will be happy.
And kind of the similar theme to what we brought up with New Japan. Could you imagine if guys like Yota Tsuji, Yuya Uemura, Shota Umino, I guess to an extent you could say Great Okan and maybe Gabe Kidd, even though I think Gabe Kidd is the one that they should be pushing because I think he figured it out. I think they're just scared that he's going to go to AEW, and that's why they're not pushing him. But
he's randomly lighting tables on fire. So I mean,
I still remember too watching that, and Jordan was in here with us, and he goes, "Is Gabe Kidd in this match?" And I was like, "No, I wish." And then he shows up, and I was like, "Oh, there he is." But imagine if those guys were in the same spot that Yuki Yoshioka and Jackie Kame, and even to an extent Rita and UT, or you could even say Shun Skywalker, guys like that, Kota Minoura. If they were that ready, how much better of a spot New Japan would be in if they just did those guys like Dragon Gate did with these guys. Like it's remarkable.
I couldn't fathom, just because I wouldn't want to see these guys not be used, in the Dragon Gate system.
Oh, I don't mean. I just mean like if New Japan would have gotten those guys ready, how like Dragon Gate did with these guys, how much better in a position New Japan would be right now.
But do you think a lot of the veterans in New Japan, quote unquote, do you think they were holding them down, or is it just the classically flawed system of, hey, we're not going to have these guys do anything for a 3-year stretch, and then that led into 5 years, and the pandemic hit, so it led to an extra 2 years, it seemed like, and then it's like, all right, here you go, and it's just like, oh, but I've been here but not really shown anything. Look at Yo and Show as an example of that previous generation, where those were just, we don't even want to get into that, but how does Show just not have any personality? Like, I just don't get that.
I mean, I equate it to the same thing as Tetsuya Naito. Look how long they took for Naito that they failed with it almost. They took so long to pull the trigger on Naito. And they pulled the trigger on Naito.
But is that veterans? But is that veterans, kind of just saying, hey, I don't know, the dads, if you will, it's still my time. I'm still working.
I just still think they're a pussy when it comes to pulling the trigger on things. I think they're too scared to. And I don't understand that, because you took that risk with Okada, and it was the greatest thing you did in the history of your company. So why are you not willing to take that risk again? Push somebody, man.
We'll find out with Aaron Wolf. We'll find out.
If Yota Tsuji doesn't win, it's another failure to me, because they once again didn't push a young guy at the Dome. And that's not a knock on Takeshita. That's then you need to then just get rid of the fucking guy, because you're telling us he's never going to be a star. So just get rid of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's at some point, it's like you said about KZ. It's starting to get hard to get behind, because we know he's never going to win it, but at the same time, it's KZ and you want to. So
yeah, that's true.
It's just going to come to that point, and then now you got to figure out who's the next guy. So now, okay, when you get rid of Tsuji, Uemura, and Umino, who's the next guy then? If you're not doing Gabe Kidd, who's your next guy?
There isn't one.
Are you going to put
not
the
at the moment?
Oiwa? Are you going to belt up Bolt Nolig?
Not yet. That I could see. I could stand behind that.
I mean, I don't disagree with either. I think they're both great wrestlers, but those guys are farther behind than the other ones.
Say a year from now, Wrestle Kingdom 21, we're still talking, how come they're not pushing? How come they're not doing this? Do you think then if Kayatami is still having another like Cody Rhodes bloodline-esque role in Stardom in 2026, they just say, we're going to main event a Saya Kamatami Dome show for Wrestle Kingdom?
I mean, she's already you could argue that she's the MVP out there. I mean, already right now. And I don't see her having a digressing year next year.
No. Unless she's, with the Tokyo Pimp, but I'm sure that was by design.
Because she's only 25, I think, still, or 26 anyway. I think she's still super, super young.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a chance.
Sai Kamatani is 28 years old. She was born in 1996. Like she isn't even
1996.
She's like Okada 2017 age right now, I think. Like she's just getting
Oh,
into
wow.
it. Yeah, I don't that's another reason why this dome is the most intriguing one I've had since that one we talked about 2021. Because it's just that was the one I think anyway, the last night of the thing, night 6, we got all veterans here. Genki takes Kota Minoura's spot, and he beats Masaki Mochizuki.
Awesome match.
Backslide from heaven. Yeah, like Alex said, great match. Genki came in so fired up, trying so hard. Mochizuki is so great at everything he does. Gets everything over with it, and he wins with that backslide from heaven on that second attempt. And we now get Genki versus Shun Skywalker in the second round.
The Dragon Daddies went hard in this match, and they made it look they made it look seamless, and just a great sequence of reversals throughout. Again, Mochizuki with his standing lariats. Lariats have never looked better except in Dragon Gate. Sorry, Okada. But yeah, that whole final, just. Again, this starts off with a Genki running drop kick, a la JFK, as you stated earlier, Kame in his match, where he's like, "I got to take this dude out, let's get this shit started." And it was just a fun match. And then, like you said, the main event: Susumu Yokosuka, Ben K. I mean, Ben K used to be the size of Susumu, but it was just such a good match. Ben K, though,
it was so simple.
and again, Ben K doing something out of the ordinary, or kind of like an REDS. He starts the match like as Susumu's still getting introduced, just spearing the shit out of
Give
him.
a fuck. I was like, let's go. I'm here for Ben K being the aggressor, man.
Ben
I
K.
love Ben K.
I miss this. Yeah, I miss that aspect of him. But again, just a fun match. Susumu again getting the win. Hard fought lariat after lariat until finally Ben K could not get up at the 3. But really great first round on both ends. This is the most Dragon Gate I probably watched than all of 2024 combined, just within this first round. But a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff. And round 2 finally hitting Dragon Gate Live. Check it out. Definitely worth that 800 yen, which is like $6 and some change. But you did really quick. I do want to check it out. Hopefully I do have time. Like I told you earlier, I got a busy 7 days in front of me. I'll get a nostalgia. Worth it, or member berries?
Well, we'll talk about it next week in case. I'd rather throw 2 cents on this real fast. When Susumu, I gotta talk to Susumu real quick. When Susumu hit that Jumbo no Kache, I went, holy shit, this dude's gonna win this match, and they're still getting behind this guy. Because remember, we just talked about, wow, it was crazy. They put Susumu in a world title match, or Geita, open the Dream Gate match, and holy shit, he hung, and it was amazing. And, he's still there, and, you can kind of plug him where you need to. Then he comes in and beats Ben K and gets a win in the tournament.
Yeah.
Geita Nostalgia, I would say, if you have time, I would put it third behind the other 3 things I told you to watch.
Whoa, was that lame?
No, you might not like it. It's not like it doesn't do anything for like the lore of the company. Like if you have a free time, it's a fun
What do you
show.
mean? It's all about lore. It's every faction.
Sorry, I don't mean I should say it's not part of like canon. So it has nothing to do with like what's going on.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, but I'm saying for like fun.
Oh yeah, like if you have a free couple hours, then I would totally watch it. You'll see old factions you do know. You'll see some shit that you might remember from when we went to Dragon Gate in America here. So that, yes, I just, for the sake of 2025 reasons, I would watch the Hayabusa match and then the 2 from the Sendai Girls show before that is all.
I can't believe you're telling me to not watch Shingo back at Dragon Gate. against Ben K.
Oh, we got it. We got
Give me that match. Give me that one-on-one.
We get Jiro Shinbashi in Jackson, Florida. No, and the other reason is I haven't watched it yet, so I can't talk about it.
Whoa, you haven't watched it?
No,
you asshole.
remember I was watching those movies?
Oh, you try to play a me card. Oh, watching movies.
No, I'm not playing a B card. I was just telling you that I ended up watching movies since I took a day off of wrestling. That's all.
That's good. I'm proud of you.
I know you're hyped. I was glad you told me because I watched those movies. I should say real fast though, looking at what we got, we have UT and Yuki Yoshioka.
Mm-hmm.
We have Skywalker Genki, which are we going to get Skywalker and Yuki Yoshioka to go to the final? Or does Genki beat Shun?
The only way Genki beats Shun is no. I don't. No, I think Shun's got to beat Genki.
And then does UT beat Yuki Yoshioka or does Yoshioka win? I think it's Yoshioka. Yuki Yoshioka.
Again, Dragon Gate does some crazy shit.
I know.
UT could do, could be that surprise. But no, I think you're right. I think he's going to take the.
And then I still think we get Yuki Yoshioka to go to the final of that block.
The final.
Yeah. Then we get
1,000.
Ishin versus El Kakui, which I think for our sake, we're going to get another Ishin.
Ishin.
And then,
yeah.
And then Jackie Kame and Susumu Yokosuka. Does Jackie win this?
Do you think they're going to play it like the last Kame match?
I don't know. I mean,
where he's going to be the victim 110% of the match, and then he gets a surprise win.
You know what? I'm going Jackie. He gets another win against.
Either him or UT have to win, and I think Jackie. Yeah, I think Jackie's the safe bet at the moment.
Yeah, and because those guys are right in that like we're about to be pushed to the next level. I feel like.
Yeah, it's his time for sure.
So then we're gonna get a Jackie Kame Ishin match. Let's fucking go.
Mm-hmm. And what's great is Ishin's gonna be like, "Hey, bury me softly, bury me softly, brother."
And then either one of those, we get Yoshioka versus either one of them too to represent that half. Like,
I would love Yoshioka Ishin. We've seen it before, time and time again, and that's a fine thing. But yeah, I think Kame.
Oh man, Kame and
Yoshioka. And Yoshioka, wins the tournament, as you predicted.
That's got a chance to be like Ben KZ level from 2019 semifinal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh man, so we're in for some treat. Real quick, running on the other side, we get Rita and Kai. And then we get in Yamato then gets a bye. So are we going to get another Yamato Kai match, or are they going to put Rita over, you think?
I'm
going to go Rita. If he beat Dragon Dia.
Yeah, I'm just twice, which is fun. The reason why I paused so long is because I think it works either way. Especially for Yamato, but again, if Yamato wants to do the same thing like he did with with kind of someone of this new generation, then yeah, that's something where Yamato could then get beaten by Rita if they really think this guy again into 2026 as one of the big main pieces of the company.
Yeah.
But it's a toss up. But I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, that's tough.
I'm gonna go Rita. I'm gonna go Yamato over Rita also.
Yeah.
And then we get Johnny Valletta versus KZ. I think
KZ gets the win.
I do too, and I think it can be really fun. And then we get Yoshiki Kato and El Cielo.
Wait, who against El Cielo?
Yoshiki Kato, who beat Mochi Jr.
Oh, Kato. Yeah, my guy. Trios champ, bruh. I'm gonna go Kato for sure.
Yeah, because I don't think El Cielo can. I don't think he's gonna win this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go Kato too, which gives us Yoshiki Kato and KZ.
Which, again, we're in that same boat. This KZ. Nah, I don't think KZ is gonna win this tournament, so it wouldn't make sense for him to win. So yeah, I'm hoping
I'm gonna
my
go
boy
Kato.
Kato keeps that train going. Yeah,
because then I think Yamato's gonna beat Kato and beat another young guy on the way to the final.
yeah.
And then I think Yoshioka will beat Yamato and stop the momentum.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting. We'll find out.
This tournament is gonna get some recognition at some point, I think, during this year, because it has been fucking just banger after banger. It's it's such a good tournament. Now that we've properly done that, leaves us with Full Gear, Alex, coming up on Saturday. And
Are we gonna get another opening like we did of the last AEW pay-per-view?
Oh, sign me up.
Where
sign me the fuck up if we are.
It's a trios match, right?
Yep,
Let me
it's
get the card
El
up.
Sky Team, Mascara Dorada, Mystico, and Neon against Hechicero, Kazuchika Okada, and Konosuke Takeshita.
Now, when I saw this as a pre-show, I'm like, what the fuck is Okada and Takeshita doing? And I was like, oh, they're gonna. Because if you listen to the pretty damn good interview, Tony Khan went back on the Ariel Helwani show a day or so ago. Really, really interesting interview. Tony Khan answered 99% of the questions. Of course, the one he could not speak of, the Andrade situation, couldn't dive deep into it, as people expected, but really good listen, I would say. He was saying, hey, anything could happen, blah, blah, blah. And then when I saw this announced, I was like, oh, this shit's about to hit the fan. As that should be your main event of your, what is this, a tailgate pre-show, whatever the fuck they're calling this
Saturday
now? But
tailgate brawl, Full Gear.
But man, CMLL World Trios Championships. Don Callis, are they going to get more gold just to add on to this feud?
I think Mystico is going to pin Hechicero.
Hechicero.
I think this is where we get the Okada Takeshita issue, so then they can wrestle at World's End in December. In Chicago. In Chicago. Just saying.
It's the only match I care about. Boom and Doom, Big Boom, AJ. Oh, who do you got? El Sky Team or the Callis family? I apologize.
Sorry, like I said, Mystico's.
Oh, you said Sky Team. Yeah. Sorry. Boom and Doom, Big Boom, AJ, QT, Marshall. I thought they hated each other. I'm confused. Where's the Rizzler versus Roppongi Vice, Rocky Romero, Trent Beretta? The fuck is this match?
I hope Trent Beretta pile drives the kid again. Like remember when he shoved him at the show and we all cheered? Everyone was booing and we're all stoned cheering for him. Yeah, fuck that kid.
The moment of the night, man.
I like that we get Roppongi. We're gonna get that again. So that'll be tight.
Max Caster and Anthony Bowens versus the Bang Bang Gang, Austin Gunn and Juice Robinson will take on Big Bill and Brian Keith and the Outrunners, because another Money Mark match, $200,000 four-way tag match. Just fictitious money. Ryan, who do you got, and why is it Big Bill and Brian Keith?
Because Brian Keith fucking rules. I kind of hope the Bang Bang Gang win. Especially since they brought in Ace Austin. I think he's been doing really good work on Collision. I'm going Bang Bang.
Ace Austin and Jay White's Collision. Can that come soon enough? Hook and Eddie Kingston taking on the Workhorsemen, Anthony Henry and JD Drake, in a regular tag team match.
Cool.
Yeah, this is what we got.
Well, the Workhorsemen rule. Hell yeah, this pre-show fucks. This is way better than watching Michael Cole and Radford or whoever the fuck that guy is from
Radford?
What's that fucking guy's name I hate? Steve Rosenberg, Paul Rosenberg. That's
Wait, you Steve Van Vliet?
No, that pre-show is way better than Paul Rosenberg or Peter Rosenberg.
Sam Roberts?
Yeah, and Big E.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
The talking
Main
heads.
show. John Moxley, Kyle O'Reilly.
Hell yeah.
Kyle O'Reilly getting that push. I think it's 2012. No holds bar. Really good story with these guys for the past month.
Yeah.
So I will say storyline wise, I'm looking forward to this match. No holds barred match. I mean, it's same old shit with the Moxley thing, but no complaints though. So this is going to be a fun match. I think if you're going to continue the quote unquote quiet tension of I was going to say the Doomsday Squad, but the Death Riders.
The Doomsday
Squad. With the Death Riders there, with Pac possibly taking over, Moxley, I think he's got to take the L unless somehow I don't know why I'm so him and Heim, but I'm gonna go Moxley is gonna get that win back.
I think it's totally fine. I don't think it does anything to hurt Kyle O'Reilly too. And if you want to keep slow building this Death Rider dissension, I think the story's been fine, so I'm okay with it. And,
yeah.
And I was going to say this too about this Full Gear show because I think a lot of people are going, oh, this show looks like it's just going to be a bunch of bullshit, blah 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 blah, whatever. Like I know there's not a lot of hype behind the show, but I continuously say this, especially after all the crow I ate last week. Every time you doubt this company, they put on the best fucking show you've ever seen.
Honestly, I think this show has more upside than the previous show where I was him and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work.
Good.
But Babes of Wrath. I mean, this match makes no fucking sense, stipulation wise, but I'm all for it because Babes of Wrath, of course, consisting of Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron taking on the Sisters of Sin, Julia Hart and Sky Blue coming off an MVP-esque type performance in last week's inaugural Blood and Guts for the ladies. Versus the Timeless Love Bombs with one of the most inventive intros as we saw on Dynamite last night. And against Megan Bain and Marina Shafir, which people are mad that they won. I didn't see how bad it was. Apparently it was. I'm not sure. I love Shafir's presentation from the Blood and Guts show, so hopefully it continues. But the winner of this match, Ryan, will choose the stipulation for their semifinal match in the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship because it's AEW. Why the fuck isn't there a stipulation? Who do you think will get
Sorry.
the stipulation and what will that be?
I'll go Shafir and Bane. I think I'll win. I also think it's them or Timeless Love Bombs that win. I think it's one of those two.
Okay.
I think Timeless Love Bombs have an opportunity too because of I think if you're going to do this the right way, and I don't know the brackets, but I think if you're going to do that Taipei deathmatch thing, I think they need to wrestle Shafir and Bane and beat them to take them out of the tournament. And then I think you set
tournament,
them,
yeah.
And then you do Love Bombs, Babes of Wrath for the finals.
Ooh, I'm down with that. Did you also hear Tony Storm saying it could be an apartment match? And I fucking hyped for some Choco Pro that I haven't watched since 2022.
Hell yeah. We're going to see some Mace Saruga and Baliana Aki.
Baliana Aki.
I will have to say this too. And I'm not directing this towards you and why is there a stipulation? We have to. I'm not knocking that part, but there's people. This is where I didn't think I was going to rant tonight, but god damn it, we went into the extra inning and I'm ranting now. That are like, this shit is stupid. Why wouldn't it be the winner gets to pick their stipulation for the final? Because you'd want the advantage when you get a chance to get to the final. What if you don't fucking win your semifinal match, you dipshits?
Yeah, who said that? That's just stupid.
It's just those people who are nitpicking the company.
The internet.
They always got to do shit because of this. I'm like, why would you want to have a stipulation in a match you're not even guaranteed to get it? Then he won this for nothing.
Yeah,
Come on, people. Just because it doesn't have a music video telling you about it doesn't mean you don't think logically, okay? Fuck.
a music video. Speaking of matches that are gonna fuck, Darby Allin versus Pac.
Yeah.
Enough said. Enough fucking said. A guy threw another guy off a stage while another guy thankfully lit a table on fire after the second try and wasn't embarrassing. And the dude went through a fucking flaming table, caught fire himself, and rolled to safety. Are we going to get shenanigans surprisingly enough, Ryan? Maybe not, because there's no DQ. There's nothing. Just regular match, and I'm all for it.
And I was gonna say, do you see the promo? He's like, "There's gonna be no weapons. There's no street fights. This is a one-on-one wrestling match, and I'm gonna beat your ass." Like, I was like, "Hell yeah!"
It's gonna be awesome. Pac never fails when it comes to a marquee pay-per-view match. I don't know who we got to talk about. Okada, Omega.
People still say the Okada Pac is one of the greatest opening pay-per-view matches.
Oh, would not disagree. But Darby Allin's no slouch either. This is going to be a really fucking fun match. And then, of course, Darby Allin's going to surprise everyone with his wrestling prowess and, surprise and shock everyone. But Pac is just on another level, as he always does after his, 8-month excursion. So this is going to be a fun match.
And it's another great, simple story. It's not a lot behind it, and that's totally fine.
But he threw a man, the other guy, off of a balcony onto a flame. I'm pretty sure that's storyline appropriate.
I just mean, like, we haven't had fucking 6 weeks of shenanigans to, somebody, like, you know what I mean? Like, just dumb extra shit. I don't like you. You don't like me. I'm going to go in there and beat your ass like I did a week ago. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like, hell yeah.
It's weird.
That's all you need.
It's kind of like when All In came back and then All Out was like a week later. This is kind of like that vibe with Blood and Guts being that kind of a big of a show and starting and continuing some, but starting new storylines. Just to, smoothly transition into this show. And I think it's looking great so far.
Agreed. Wholeheartedly.
Sorry, ladies and germs, I had to let one out. But then next we have Kyle Fletcher, Mark Briscoe, no DQ for the AEW TNT Championship. If not only a championship was not enough, Ryan, another stipulation, but it works because he has a brand new baby. If Mark Briscoe loses, he will be forced to join the Don Callis family. Why will this not happen, Ryan?
I think it's time to finally belt up Briscoe, and I think they know that.
Agreed.
And because then you can start the slow build of Kyle Fletcher to the next level. Because Fletcher's so fucking good, and these guys don't miss, so this is going to be great to begin with. But
yeah, fantastic chemistry as we discussed from the last show and the other show.
If and when Briscoe wins this, that pop is going to be huge. Yeah, this is good. I'm excited. Yeah. These matches all have a lot of stake behind them and I'm there for it all.
Yeah. Again, people bitch story. All these have got a story. Speaking of stories, your number 1 and number 2 entrants in the Casino Gauntlet. Speaking of, again, stories, for the AEW National Championship, as I stated on that Helwani Tony Khan interview, he said he has spoken to Billy Corgan, and there's no beef, animosity towards the championship. This is a new lineage for this AEW National Championship, as again, this will be the Casino Gauntlet. Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are going to start things off. This is a hot restart for the Hurt Syndicate, I would say, and this is going to be a lot of fucking fun. Mike Bailey, pin or not, from Shelton Benjamin. These guys are going to rock it. We do not know the other participants, I don't think.
Ricochet and Kevin Knight are in it. There's 2 mystery ones, I believe.
Okay. So there's only 6 total.
7.
Or until someone pins. Okay, 7.
These gauntlets are always really good. So I'm really excited for this because they do them so well. Does Is Roderick Strong one of the hidden participants, and does the match end before he comes out again?
Really hope so.
I do too. I hope he's like the number 7 guy and the match ends before he comes out.
Again, storyline. Speaking of that, $1 million trios match. The winners will receive $1 million cash prize in Young Bucks. But speaking of them, Matt and Nick Jackson teaming up with Josh Alexander of the Don Callis family to take on Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express. In a perfect world, we would get an elite reunion where Omega turns on the Express. It's like a weird double turn, Ryan. The Express turn on the, I don't know, somehow they all switch in a perfect world. It all made sense in my head earlier, but that could have been to the Jazz Cigarette or two. But Bucks Alexander, what do we got? How do we get to the Elite together, or do we still have to wait?
I think eventually the Bucks are going to turn on the Callis family and they're going to feud. I think we hit the nail on the head when we talked about it too, and thought about it more when I was talking to somebody last night. I think the best thing that this company did was turn Luchasaurus and Jack Perry heel to turn them back face, because turning them back face got them more over. And this is really a staple tag team of this company, and I'm really glad they're back. I know some of the shenanigans in the backstage stuff, like when they got jumped on Blood and Guts, is kind of goofy, but their matches are always really good together. So I'm really excited for that aspect. I'm curious how this would have went if it was Andrade with the Young Bucks before the whole contract thing. But once again, just like we talked about with Kai, Josh Alexander's a Swiss Army blade, a knife he can get inserted in wherever you need him, and he's going to be great at it, like he did when he took the pin by doing the ankle lock and shit and got the tap out. Like he's fantastic. I don't know if we see the Bucks turn on this show, but I think they're getting close to it. I just don't know how long they're going to try to drag it to.
World's End, where they turn on Okada and cost him all the championships.
Oh, that would be a hot fucking angle.
And then Takeshita does the new Adam Cole, and they give him the double kiss.
Takeshita, the Young Bucks, and Omega. Oh man, we're bringing back Happy Motel with the Bucks.
Yeah, yep. I was about to say it. Takeshita and Omega, they are tight.
I am there for all of this.
But again, a perfect world, Omega turns heel with the Bucks, and join the Callis family.
I think I really like the Callis family so much. It's
because they're in on the joke.
Oh yeah, 100% that too. But because of the joke, everybody hates it because of how big they are. I love it.
Oh, it's one of the funnest things, and me walking side by side with Don Callis in Texas, going to the bar after party, and then seeing them at the hotel. As we were enjoying the good night, was it's always fun. But this is it's good stuff. Who wins? We all win. Speaking of we all win, AEW World Tag Team Championship matchup. This match could be in the running for match of the year. Let's be real, probably will be. Brodito Bandito and Brody King taking on FTR with Stokely. Again, we all win. FTR, though, like you said, doing some of the best work in tag team wrestling in 2025. Especially within the last 4 to 6 months. FTR getting strapped up, right?
Yeah, I think you have. Oh, excuse me. I think you have to. I shouldn't say you have to, but I think it's the right move. I'm glad this isn't WWE, because they would have Bandito get turned on by Brody. And
that's not going to happen?
Every time we think it's going to happen, this company doesn't do it.
No.
You know what
but
I mean?
Bandito needs a good Ring of Honor opponent. I don't think there's a turn. No, you're right. No,
but
turn.
I think we can still get to what you said without the turn. And that's why I'm intrigued by that. Because if now that's going to be the program they're going to move into, then great job, because everyone's going to sit there and go, oh man, why didn't Bandito get elevated or beat Okada? Because it's now the same thing. It's now the Kenny Omega, Adam Page thing, but not on TV, because this whole thing was done to get Brody King into the main event for Bandito to have. Like, that's why I like this booking, because everyone's worried about Bandito hurting. I think people need to realize this is to get Brody King over, I think.
1,000. But also, let's be real, the big turnout or part of the finish, I think it's going to involve, of course, the abuela of one Bandito. She will be in peril, and Bandito's either going to get distracted or will be forced to quit.
I hope Dax gets her in a pile driver.
Fucking Morton comes out and Steamboat.
That would be really tight, actually. These guys go and start beating the shit out of Ricky Morton's like, hey, man, get off his abuelo. He starts beating the shit out of him.
And then he takes her backstage to do, the Ricky Morton thing because he's a stud.
And then he does a destroyer on Bandito. Hey, man, I'm talking to your abuelo, man. Say, man.
The co-main event, the Steel Cage rematch for the AEW World Championship. Hangman Adam Page, Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Again, in a mellow world, Samoa Joe gets the win, especially with Twisted Metal being renewed for season 3. So maybe he won't get the belt.
He got to go film again.
He's got to go on hiatus. So
they're going to put him on a forklift and run him through a wall again. That was so tight.
Is this where we get MJF's comeback?
I think so, because I think you can set up
in Jersey,
yeah,
or wherever they're at. Yeah,
I think because then I think you can set up for World's End with that match if you want.
Oh, we could see that in Chicago.
I love how simple this build was. Paige gets goaded to go to the ring with the Hurt Syndicate. They lower the cage on him. Hook and Kingston run out to make the save. Joe and the heels leave, and Paige goes, "Hey, you dumbass! If you just wanted a cage match, you could have asked me for one." I was like, hell yeah. And then that was the segment. I was like, they just made the main event in 35 seconds. That's fantastic. Thank you. Like, it's that easy. It doesn't need to be hard.
No, it's not. Speaking of, doesn't have to be hard. This has got to be the main event, right? I mean, I get it's the AEW World Championship, but a really hot feud, but also a hometown girl. I shouldn't even say girl. Hometown wrestler Chris Statlander. Mercedes Moné, what does she have? 14 championships. She won 13. One last night. 13. Dynamite Collision, as she is now the official. So does she have 2 Ring of Honor TV championships? Unified and the regular?
No, she's just now the official champion.
Clearly.
That's all interim does.
But does Mercedes Moné go 0-2 when going for the Women's World Championship? To keep Statlander strong in her hometown, or are we going to see Alta Monet come out on top in Jersey, just a hop skipping away from her breakout match with Bailey at NXT yada yada 2? Take her out of
Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah.
I think now this is going to be a bad way to look at it. I think if you're gonna have Monet win, this is the semi-main event, and I think if you're gonna have Statlander win, you make it the main event.
Yeah,
I would personally have Statlander win because then Monet can say, "Damn it! Once again, my Achilles heel is I can't close the door on that main title."
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, so many people hate that she's just collecting all these titles. I think you lead into it and give her another one. Fuck it. I mean,
but maybe again that works to her benefit if she does take the loss, because she can then keep going to all these other promotions and collecting their top title until she can finally win her top title, which again could be whatever.
Can I give you my cliche booking?
Yes. Who comes out at the end? That's the big question.
I think you should have Statlander win, and I don't think Monet should win the title until she goes on her losing streak, losing all these titles. And then I think she should take a sabbatical for like 2 months, and then I think she should come back as a babyface. And then she should win the title as a babyface.
Oh, I was humbled. And then people cheer.
And you don't even have to necessarily do that, but you could just in this company, because they're smart enough with the way they book, she could just wrestle heels and be the same character, and then they just embrace the cheers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she should change that much of it.
Well, I don't think that's a company thing. I think that's just more of a Mercedes Moné thing. I mean,
well,
to be honest.
like most companies would have her embrace going baby, and then whereas if all you have to do in here is just have her start wrestling the heels instead of the faces, because the crowd already cheers her half the time anyway. So if you just give the crowd the direction, it was like Austin. Austin was always a heel. They just put villains in front of him so the crowd knew the bad guy was him and not him. The crowd's smart enough to go, oh, okay, she's a baby face now, but she's the same thing. So because they're just not going to change. No point in changing her gimmick. Just give her the upper end of the roster to work.
If they didn't have the Saya Kamatani match already, how great of a presentation would that have been if Monet won and then Kamatani comes out and on the stage, like it goes black like it always does when they bring in someone, and then you get like a flute playing, and then you get like a beautiful video package of Japan and various landscapes, and then whoosh, and then hate, just like all on the screen. And then, hate comes down, led by, Saya Kamatami, the MVP of 2025, and then points. And then she points to the Wrestle Kingdom 20 banner that magically appears at the Prudential Center. And you're like, let's fucking go. But
I would lose my shit.
Unfortunately.
I would lose my
Unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
Look.
But like, is there anyone that could come out to challenge them? Either or. But again, I think Statlander should win. It's too early. She's over. She's not very good on media. I think she has to do more media training. I heard an interview with her, about 35 minutes. It was I don't know if she was just in character for it majority of the time. I was like, wow, kayfabe's still alive. Or if she's just really angry. The perception of women's wrestler. But otherwise, it was it let me scratch in my head where I was like, the interviewers were softball questions to her when they realized, she's not the best when it comes to it. But
I'm good for them not burying her then.
Correct, yeah, and then they were very considerate after the interview, but no, I think she obviously leaves it all in the ring, and that's her strong suit, as it should be, pun intended. And yeah, it's gonna be a really good match. These two have chemistry. Again, this should be your main event, and I'm hoping just top to bottom. I don't know if I'm gonna watch all of the pre-show. There's probably gonna be 2 matches for sure, but there's gonna be a good show. Who's ever shitting on this show, just get the fuck off the internet or just stop watching wrestling in general, because I could not find the bad match on this card. And you know me, I like to nitpick on certain things, any company. But this match, top to bottom, on the main show at least, there's not a fucking, swing and a miss at all.
And I love too when they did that casino gauntlet, they didn't put a fucking ladder or something in it. You know what I mean? It's just
those Sonic rings.
Yeah, it's just a wrestling match with multiple people.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you. I appreciate that. Like, because they're all good. Everybody's gonna be great in their own way. Yeah, I think you have I think you should headline with it and let Statlander win. And I don't think you need a lockout. I think you just let her fucking celebrate as the champ.
Is there anyone that could? I mean, Tekla. But, I mean, anyone outside of the company? Or is there, Britt Baker, but who would give a shit about that?
I mean, they're in the right area, kind of. I mean, they're on the East Coast.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think you need it.
Should be interesting. That's Full Gear. That's full. I mean, MJF will be the big return. So, I mean, at least we have that. But, Yeah, next show we will definitely have our review of Full Gear. Hopefully, a few nights into the tag league as well as the second. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. Second round of King of Gate here.
That doesn't start, I think, until after the 27th.
What?
The round 2 of King of Gate.
They already have matches up.
Oh, the next show on Dragon Gate. Oh, is it in that little that little bar thing?
Yeah.
Got it.
You
Okay.
gotta click that. Yeah.
Because I just saw their next show is until the 25th. So.
Yeah, you gotta click the King of
go.
Gate link
Kai,
there.
Rita.
Yep.
There's 2 of them so far. Cool. Nice and easy watches. I'm in for that. Yeah, and then like I said, if you have time, Hayabusa Kaito Kiyomiya from Real 01 or the New 01. They're calling it New 01, which is awesome. And then Chihiro Hashimoto Sari from the Sendai Girls show, along with Miyuki Takase and Miku Iwata versus Takumi Aroha and Veni. And one thing you'll love about Chihiro Hashimoto versus Sari, when she comes to the ring, it looks like Zeus with all the big flags standing there. Because she's got the Zeus gimmick with the flags, which is really fun.
And who did you say? Miko who?
Miku Iwata and Miyuki Takase.
Oh, I thought you said something else. I had a really funny zinger, but never mind. Yeah, we'll get your one battle after another review next show as well. I gotta get to bed. This is gonna be a crazy week. So
tomorrow night we have our first episode of the rebuilding the WWE, and then Sunday another draft. So a couple more shows coming up in the next couple days for y'all, and then next week, as he said, we got the reviews coming in from some good wrestling, hopefully, this weekend, sir.
Don't fucking jinx it. Say goodnight, Ryan.
Good night, Ryan.